Hello everyone, this is Kelly Beard of KarmicTools.com, and this is your weekly forecast for November 9th through the 15th of 2025. So our week kicks off on Sunday with Mercury retrograding at 6 Sag until it goes direct at 20 Scorpio on November 29th. So it's retrograde for the most of the month of November, but we always know there's time before and time after to integrate. It's going to have to come back through Scorpio back through Sag, doesn't hit Capricorn until January 1st. So this activates the official process. Mercury is in its final retrograde of the year, crossing the Scorpio-Sag border and rewiring our thinking in both zones essentially. As it goes backwards in Sag, we have energy to review our faith and beliefs and renew the story we are telling with our ideas, thoughts, and concepts. If we can shift our thinking and beliefs and go deeper to tap into the soul's desires, then when it goes direct in Scorpio, we will be able to conceive all new creative solutions for the worldly challenges, and we will be able to express more of the soul going forward. With Mercury in Sag, we tend to get a little more philosophical and start to search for the meaning of the year we just lived through. I like having this extended stay for this, as this year has been life-changing and transformative in a way that is potent and rare. 2026 brings all new energies and vibrations to navigate. Deep breath. Also, we now have the processing planet in a processing sign in the process of reviewing the last quarter at a minimum and the last 5 years max. What story have you been telling with your ideas and communication? What have you expressed or wanted to express? Give yourself time and space to truly process the radical changes to your thinking and consciousness over the last 1 to 5 years. We are also integrating all that we learned during that time so that we can claim it all as embodied wisdom. Once you've integrated all the aspects of life and your consciousness that have evolved, you can start to look for the potentials and possibilities for the new year or the next 1 to 5 years. What good ideas can you anchor, build on, and expand in the next year? You are supported to believe something completely new and dream a little bigger than you usually allow yourself to dream. Expand the vision for yourself, for your life, and for the planet. Tell a new story and use this last quarter of 2025 to dream it up. 11/11, a very special day, Tuesday. Jupiter will retrograde in Cancer until March 10th of the new year. During the full year that Jupiter will spend in Cancer, you get to activate a new cycle of nurturing your beliefs and feeding your consciousness, dedicating more energy to your ancestor work, and understanding the deeper meaning of your own lineage and true purpose this lifetime. It is offering energy to heal old wounds and tell a new story, and it will support your emotional well-being as you graduate to a new level of emotional maturity. Over the next year, basically June 2025 to June 2026, it will bring blessings and expansion to your Cancer house, and it will activate new potentials in that area of life. In order to accommodate this new level of consciousness and renewed connection to the ancestors, you are also supported to upgrade your sacred space and spiritual practices accordingly. This is an opportunity to improve, expand, and build upon the story you tell regarding your family conditioning and personal history. As it moves through its annual retrograde, we get to edit the story and review what has already expanded and prepare for more by the end of this process. It is time to activate a new truth and story in the Cancer department of your life. This energy asks you to dream and expand the vision for your future, not from the mind, but from the gut, the heart, and the soul. You are encouraged to take emotional risks that build your character, reclaim your inner sanctuary, and make future plans rooted in a story that honors your true nature. You are supported to go deeper into your own lineage and ancestral story, not for nostalgia, but for clarity, healing, and direction. This is a time to apply all that you've learned over the last 3, 6, 9, or 12 years. Some of you may have heard me say that working with Jupiter helps you to get your PhD in you because it reveals your consciousness and what you believe to be true or possible. Jupiter in Cancer asks you to feel into what is true for you so that you can activate your own deepest faith and inner knowing, not through external systems, but through the ancient wisdom encoded in your blood, bones, and breath. Jupiter here awakens a hunger for understanding, stronger connection, and deeper meaning. especially through your chosen family, cultural heritage, and sense of belonging. Whether you are drawn to cooking nourishing meals, rearranging your living space for better energetic flow, or engaging in storytelling circles, you are supported to do a deeper exploration of your emotions and feeling nature during its retrograde. The shadow of moving through sensitive Cancer will also illuminate what needs review and renewal. This energy can prompt you to take on the emotional baggage of others, especially kinfolk, get lost in the past, rehash old wounds rather than integrating their lessons, and or slip into self-righteousness or emotional projection. Jupiter magnifies whatever it touches, so if you're not grounded, this transit can lead to emotional overwhelm, overprotection, or martyrdom. The medicine for that would be intentional solitude, spending more time in sacred space, and being vigilant about your spiritual hygiene. So all of this can also be corrected or, rearranged, reviewed, and renewed during the retrograde. Unlike other signs, Jupiter in Cancer does not expand outward. It expands inward. This is the growth that happens in the womb, the kind you can't see until the moment of birth. So this retrograde really supports you to make improvements to your home sanctuary and sacred space while engaging emotional self-care as a spiritual discipline and leaning on your spirit team and ancestors for guidance and support. It is time to honor your gut wisdom, that intuitive intelligence within you that acts as your own inner compass. As Jupiter reveals things about your own beliefs and consciousness, making time for reflection, journaling, meditation, and stillness will be helpful, especially when processing emotions and feelings that feel overwhelming due to Jupiter's expansive nature. So if you're already easily overwhelmed, Jupiter's going to make that bigger. This is also a powerful time for family healing, not necessarily through confrontation, but through compassionate distance, forgiveness, and emotional maturity. You get to decide what stories you will carry forward and which ancestral threads are ready to be cut, blessed, and composted to free up that energy. Jupiter in Cancer will be especially transformative for anyone with planets in Cancer, Capricorn, or Aries, Libra. Otherwise, it is time to facilitate some expansion in your Cancer house, which will require integration of your Capricorn house as it unfolds. This will also require your Aries Libra houses to grow and change to accommodate this new beginning. The retrograde will help you move through the changes and improvements to all of it. So deep breath. Now we move to the 12th, when Mercury retrograde will conjunct Mars for the second of 2 times. So it hit it first, which is deep because it hit it when it was in Scorpio, October 20th, and now it's in Sag, so it's getting both chances to rewire thinking in those departments around your identity and purpose or choices and actions or who you are and what you want. All of that has, who you are and what you want in your Scorpio house and your Sag house are getting an excellent new beginning, let's say. So once it goes forward, that can unfold. Before delving into this energy, I want to share 2 important points. First, when Mercury is at play, the energy moves swiftly. Second, Mars, a lesser form of power compared to Pluto's higher version, reminds us that along with power comes great responsibility. Now, with that in mind, the positive essence of this energy allows you to steer your mind with passion, yielding tangible outcomes. This sharpens your intellectual prowess and mental capacity for better or worse. You may find clarity in articulating certain thoughts, and you may experience quick, effective responses. When integrity is upheld, it becomes an opportune moment to fuel significant creative expression. However, this energy's negative manifestation might steer you toward pettiness and needless conflict, engaging in ego-driven dramas, squandering precious time and energy. Furthermore, if this negativity does not originate from within, it is just as possible to encounter it from external sources. It is an optimal period to infuse your thoughts, ideas, and words with the passionate energy of Mars, and use Mercury's communicative power to foster creativity and facilitate shifts in consciousness. Their convergence brings about an energy exchange, igniting each other and initiating a new 2-year cycle. So, deep breath. This is a big deal, but some of this also needs to be mitigated by the fact that Mercury is retrograde. So, clarity in articulating certain thoughts and quick, effective responses may not actually be true at this time. So be patient with yourself, but explore these things and look at what might be more effective when it does go forward and play with what you might want to articulate. again, it's the energy of your mind and your actions and choices and wanting to take those actions because of Mars. But Mercury's backwards exploring the possibilities right now and renewing the thinking and looking at things from a different angle so that when you go to make those choices and actions, it goes a little smoother. So I would, mitigate that with some judgment in the moment, discernment in the moment. That was the 12th. Thursday the 13th is our monthly Venus circle where we are doing our release work in Scorpio and at the crown chakra. 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. This is another subscription for $25 a month, and you can drop in or subscribe. And I encourage you to join us. If you have strong Taurus, Scorpio, or Leo Aquarius, that month will affect you directly. Now, the last one, Saturday the 15th, Vesta enters Capricorn until January 11th of the new year. Vesta in Capricorn helps you to be more dedicated to self-reliance, managing your personal life in a more efficient way, and building stability for you, the individual. It is time to cultivate more structure and self-discipline so that you can achieve those goals and big dreams you are calling in at this time. Vesta represents what is sacred to you, so in Capricorn, wisdom, strategy, and planning become a sacred practice rather than a mundane exercise. You are connecting your inner authority with your soul to guide your life, and this kicks off a new 4 to 5 year cycle of honoring and embodying the wisdom of the ancestors as we design a life that is sacred and meaningful. Vesta also has a lot to do with our sexual nature, so this energy reminds you to be mindful of your deeper commitments and who you get intimate with. The shadow side of this energy is issues with power, control, criticism, judgment, and a lack of discipline or follow-through. So let's use the next 2 months to look at the Capricorn house and renew what is sacred, vital, and essential for your life right now. Know that you must energetically invest and take certain steps, but your rewards or return on investment will most likely be tangible and totally worth the cleanup and renewal now at this time. Deep breath. So I hope you will join us when and where you can and reach out directly when you need to. Look to that monthly missive for relevant reflections and upcoming events and links and things. We like to look at that email as a resource email so that you can just get to things quickly that are relevant for that month, and it's always there for you. So thank you so much for being part of the community. I hope you have a fantastic week. This is Kelly Beard of Karmic Tools signing off.